Most guys spend years in the gym without actually building the physique that they want. I was able to build the physique that I want without obsessing over it, and here's exactly how I did it. But before I get into that, I used to think that I also had to, track every little set, to write every little thing down, weigh every little ounce of fucking chicken that I'm about to eat. All this stupid shit, bro, that everyone tells you that you're supposed to do, but they're wrong. It wasn't until I did just these few things that I actually finally built an aesthetic physique, and I'm gonna tell you exactly how to do it. The first rule is to have mindset over obsession. You will get way better results by just being consistent and disciplined. Literally, you can just train 5 to 6 times a week and you'll actually get the results that you want, as long as you're showing up consistently, bro. It's not about overtraining. It's not about always having to train every fucking day. There's periods of my life where I have done that, where I have trained every day specifically to grow the mindset. If you're just trying to grow the physique, you don't have to train every day. If you were training like 5 times a week, you're consistently doing this, you're not just gonna make an excuse when you get up, then yeah. So when I first started, I was training consistently like 6 times a week, 5 to 6 times a week. I found that was really like the best way to get the physique going, right? Especially if you haven't built anything, bro. You don't need to overdo it. You don't need to be constantly just thinking about how to train and all these different exercises at all. And guess what? You consistently showing up and doing the thing that you need to do is gonna get you the results that you want way better than just fucking going crazy and obsessing over the fact that you need to get this, bro. Which goes into the second rule, bro, which is actually how to train to build a full body aesthetic, bro. Firstly, you need to be doing compound lifts, okay? So I'm talking squats, I'm talking barbell rows, I'm talking push-ups, yeah, I'm talking overhead press, I'm talking bench press. And you want to be doing these things and you want to be progressively overloading, bro, per week or every other week. You need to be constantly pushing yourself. If you're just constantly putting the same weight on, nothing will change. Back when I was like 16 years old, I would sneak out to the gym, bro, because my parents didn't allow me to go to the gym, so I had to sneak out. And I used to go to the gym consistently, right? Surprisingly. But guess what? I wasn't growing. I wasn't really putting more weight on the machine or on the barbell or on whatever, bro. I was just constantly showing up, which is half the battle, yes, but putting in effort, pushing yourself is the most important part of it, because if you show up and you don't actually put in effort, you're not gonna get the results that you want. You need to actually be progressively overloading, bro. And the most important muscles, I would say, that give you that aesthetic look are gonna be the upper chest, right? So that will come with incline dumbbell press. Also, I would say the lateral raises. You should be doing overhead presses though, to have that full 3D look for your shoulders. The lats, which is gonna be more pull-ups and lat pull downs. Your arms as well, which is gonna be mostly reverse curls that you're doing. And then you also have to do squats for your legs, because the legs are still an important part of your fucking physique, bro. Don't be this guy out here with chicken legs who just thinks the upper body is what matters. You need to have a full proportionate looking physique if you want it to look aesthetic, bro. So you need to be doing squats as well, and Romanian deadlifts for the hamstrings. But if you are really hearing what I'm saying, is that you should be hitting every single muscle group on your body, bro. But you need to be progressively overloading it so that you're constantly growing and actually forcing the muscle to grow. So you want to do, I would say, about 6 to 15 reps, depending on what type of muscle group you're hitting or what type of exercise that you're doing. And the next thing you need to know is that there's no special exercise. Okay, there's no special thing that is gonna get you to where you want to be. It's all bullshit. Anybody who tells you, oh, you need to be doing this exercise to grow it's bullshit, bro. Just focus on the classic, traditional fucking moves that have been tried and true for years, bro. That's all you need to be doing. You don't need to do these fancy things that you see on TikTok. No, we don't fucking do that shit, bro. Classic, tried, traditional movements only. The third rule is nutrition. Okay, you need to be eating whole foods. Just keep it simple, bro. Don't obsess over it. I used to actually track my calories when I started, just to understand how many calories I'm eating and everything, because I was not growing, bro. So I had to track my calories, but I realized I didn't need to do that. I could have just stuffed my face with just a bunch of healthy foods, ate more, until you're at the point where you're actually fully satisfied. Even a little past that, right? You want to eat past where you would normally eat. And that's how much you should be eating daily, right? If you're a skinny person, you want to build muscle, that's what you need to be doing, bro. You want to be eating the best foods 80-20. Say I went to a restaurant with my friends, bro. and you know, I've eaten the full course meal, but I want to eat dessert. I'm going to eat dessert and I'm not going to give a fuck. Why? Because I know I eat right all the other times of my day. So I'm going to eat the dessert and I'm not going to think about it, be like, oh, but what if, you know, I don't hit the muscle? No, it's just stupid, bro. It's way too obsessive, right? You don't need to obsess over it that much. I'm going to tell you the truth. You need to be eating right 80% of the time, 20% of the time, eat whatever the fuck that you want, but keep that in moderation as well, right? Don't be eating sloppy, trashy food. Keep it in moderation, keep it light, you know, try your best still. And your foods, make sure that they're simple, whole foods. Try to get your carbs, which are gonna be potatoes, sweet potatoes, rice, your protein, steak, eggs, fish, chicken, turkey, all these things, right? Get your fats, you got olive oil, you got butter. Try to at least have like a little bit of each in every single meal that you eat. Obviously, you won't always hit it every fucking time. Don't obsess over that. It's okay. It's not gonna hurt you, bro. The fourth rule may be the most important rule because none of it matters if you don't do this at all. And that is prioritizing your recovery, bro. People think that they need to always just be training hard, doing this, that, but none of it matters if you're not recovering, which is the biggest reason why I think in the early stages when I was first started, I was not growing muscle because I was not recovering. The first thing about recovery is sleep. I swear I probably slept, I'd go to sleep at like 2 a.m. after eating trash food, waking up at like, I don't know, 6 a.m. when I was in school to go to hit the bus or whatever the fuck at 6:30 a.m. So yeah, of course I was gonna build muscle. Of course I was sneaking out to hit the gym, but it doesn't matter if I'm not recovering, right? And so recovery is the most important thing you can do as a man. So that's sleeping, that's stretching, that's walking. I think a lot of people forget about recovery because they don't think it's an important thing, but recovery is where the muscle grows. The muscle doesn't grow in the gym. That's where you're tearing the muscle apart. The muscle is growing and repairing when you're in recovery mode, bro. Trust me, I'm more of a believer everyone should be on go, attack mode, full attack mode. But I'm also a believer of the fact that you've done what you needed to do. Now you need to rest and go back harder again tomorrow. It's easy to think, oh, I need to train 3 hours a day. But working out 3 hours a day is not really going to get you anywhere that you want to get any faster, bro. Really, all you need to do is train an hour a day. Stay consistent. Do it for 5 to 6 times a week. And just keep doing that every fucking week for the rest of your life. When you stop chasing it so much and you stop obsessing over it, you actually get it. But when you're constantly obsessing over it, every little set, you're just not like it's just this crazy thing, you're not going to get where you want to be. All you need to do is follow these 4 rules I told you, and you will build an aesthetic physique. Maybe it'll take you 3 months, maybe it'll take you 6 months, maybe it'll take you a year, maybe it'll take you 2 years. I don't fucking know. Okay? But the fact that you do this and you follow it, I promise you, you will get exactly where you want to be. If I was driving a car and I had Google Maps on, bro, and if Google Maps kept on recalculating, rerouting every little thing, I know I'm going to get there still. I may have to take a different path, but I know I'm going to fucking get there. So that's the type of belief that you need to have in yourself about this, bro. And look, bro, I also have a coaching, one-to-one coaching to help you actually build the physique that you've always wanted, to stop feeling invisible, stop feeling weak. It's the first link in the description. And I also have a savage blueprint that'll help you build your mind and your body to actually become a fucking savage and actually build strength in your life, bro. Same link. Most men will quit. They'll say what they want, then they'll just go off and just la land, bro, and not give a fuck. Which one are you, bro? I want you to like the video right now, subscribe as well, and stay disciplined, bro.